And now we move on to our next segment on the table. Over to you, Otto.
Well, thank you very much, SAHIH, for that. And good evening. As we are all aware, tomorrow marks 10 years since MH370, with 239 souls on board, vanished without a trace. Now, with us in the studio to discuss what's happened since and what further efforts can be taken is Datuk Seri Azharuddin Abdul Rahman, former chairman of Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, CAAM. Thank you very much for coming to the studio.
Thank you for inviting me here to the studio.
Now, Datuk Seri, I'd like to ask, how has it been for you 10 years and on this and still no new findings?
If you asked me a few days ago, the answer would be different. As you know that on the 3rd of March, on Sunday, the Minister of Transport Malaysia, Yang Muhammad Anthony Loke, announced that the government of Malaysia is willing to talk to Ocean Infinity, which we have contracted them in my time in early 2018 to do research on no cure, no fee. And again, the government have agreed to talk to them. And the whole world, in fact, the whole world, not only the next of kin, the aviation industry, and the whole world wants to know what happens to MH370. I'm very optimistic that we will find it one day. And this is the best opportunity for us to know what really happens to MH370. So I'm very optimistic about it.
Now, Ocean Infinity has once again, dare I say, could bring back some kind of closure to the next of kin. Now, any thoughts on where the search area should be focused at, and is it still in the South Indian Ocean? We did mention off-air that the currents over there is quite fast, and so any thoughts on that?
Yes, the area, as mentioned by one of the participants in the Remembrance Day at Suruhanjaya, 3rd March, have indicated that the area is on the, not exactly the same, but more towards out of the 7 arc, we call it. We call it 6 handshake, 6 arc. This is last handshake, last arc, the 7 arc. We have searched in the middle of the arc, the line, towards more to the west, to the east, and now the experts have been analyzed the area again, and they reckon that we have to search more towards to the east and to the west. And with the technological advancement in search of undersea on the seabed, as you know that the depth of the ocean at that part of the world is very deep, about 6,000 meters. And with the technological advancement that Ocean Infinity have, and also the know-how, I think they should be able to find the wreckage this time. If the wreckage is there, yeah.
That's the thing. It shows that we have a much more wider span of ocean to actually cover. Do we actually have the technology or advancement to search for it? After 10 years, has there been any technological advancements?
During our first engagement with Ocean Infinity in 2018, then they already have the most sophisticated apparatus and equipment, the underwater vehicles, and they not only use 1, but 3 on each side of the mothership. And all the 3 scan simultaneously. And because of the 6 scanners, we can call it as a scanners, moving in unison, it covers more areas in a single day. So you can cover more areas than what we used to search with the old technology. And the analysis has been done real time on the mothership. So before that, what has been scanned has been transmitted to the mainland of Australia. That takes time, and any findings to be relayed back to the ship, again it takes time. Now and ever since Ocean Infinity did the search, the analysis has been done real time on the mothership itself. So that saves a lot of time. That saves, if you happens to see something that you think that worthwhile looking at it, then you can stop the ship there and then go down and look further on the parts that you recognize as possibility there's something of interest.
And another thing that we should factor in as well is the weather. Does it affect the search?
Yes, the part of the world that we're going to search or we have searched before, the window is very small because it is winter time now, almost over. No, now is autumn, going into winter because southern hemisphere. And when it's winter there, it rains, and the wave is very high, and it's not a conducive time to do the search because you need a very calm sea. So the best time is during summer period. Yeah.
Dato' Sri, I'd like to have your opinion on this, on the debris that washed up near our Reunion Island, and what implications that had on this particular incident.
Very interesting. That's the first debris that we ever found on this MH370 incident. It was found on the island of La Réunion, belongs to the French government, and when we knew that they have found a debris and that size of component that come from the wing of an aircraft. We're not sure which wing before we went to Paris or Toulouse to observe the inspection, the initial inspection of the flaperon. It's almost as long as 3/4 of this table. The width is about as wide as this table, and the implication is that we knew then what we analyzed, or the expert analyzed so far, that the aircraft is in the ocean, and further inspection of the flaperon have proved that particular flaperon come from MH370. Although the serial number is not there because the decal of the serial number has been washed by seawater. We expect that, and there are some markings on the part of the flaperon, which the French government cross-refer with the manufacturers of flaperon, which is CASA of Spain, also with Boeing, and it proved to be come from MH370. And also we observed there are some barnacles that stick to the flaperon, and the experts say that for a barnacle to live on that structure, that means the aircraft has been in the water for quite some time.
Wow.
So over 500 days after the incident, we found the flaperon.
But thankfully, a lot of authorities have been participating in these efforts. And as you did say, Dato' Sri, that they already found out that it's from MH370. At least we know it's in that particular area. It's just that it's a wider scope right now as opposed to previously. My next question is the conspiracy theories nowadays. Will continue to come out with some crazy ideas on what happened to the plane, and some are even supported with scientific data, although how credible these data are remains to be questioned. So your thoughts on these theories, and what is your idea towards it?
My first answer is that hopefully with the new search coming in, we will find the wreckage, and that stops all speculations and theories on this MH370 incident. Yes, there are many experts out there. Some are experts, some are experts. A lot of theories. The reason why there are theories, there are conspiracy, because we have not found the wreckage. So we have not determined the real reason why the aircraft turned back and ended its flight in this South Indian Ocean. Speculation remains as speculation unless they have solid evidence to support, substantiate their theory. And if not, theory remains as theory. You can have as many as theory as possible, but do you have the evidence? Is there any solid evidence? I don't think so. There are so many theories out there.
So the only evidence that we have is that small shard of plane aircraft of MH370, that wing that you mentioned. Is that the only evidence that we have so far? That
we found altogether about 30 debris, and 3 of them are confirmed to be from MH370. But the rest we know that it comes from an aircraft, and some of the debris come from 777 aircraft. There's no other 777 that crashed into the sea. This is only one. So most probably they come from MH370, but we cannot determine because there's no specific determination or evidence that say it comes from MH370. But it did come from an aircraft, and most of it, we know that it comes from MH370.
Now, back to this question, does it seem that in that particular area, the wind probably, the weather in that area might be quite, how you'd say, choppy? The next question is, flying rules and regulations, if I'm not mistaken, have been changed since then, such as regular check-ins on certain intervals, etc. Could you share with us on these changes, and do you think that they've made flying safer?
One of the big questions that came out from MH370 is that why can't we track the aircraft? Because as you know, there are thousands of aircraft flying in a day.
Yeah.
Even in this region of Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific, thousands of aircraft fly in a day as well. So ICAO with the airlines agree that there must be a way to track aircraft, and one of the things is that as mentioned in the MH370, the ACAR system of the aircraft, the ACAR ACAR system, the aircraft communication and reporting system, at that particular time, download the condition of the aircraft to the operators, to the operation center every half an hour. There was the first half an hour, but no download of the condition of the aircraft through satellite, Inmarsat satellite, the next half an hour until the aircraft went down. And so it is a requirement now to shorten the download of the reporting system, and that goes to 50 minutes now. And some airline apply the 10 minutes of every download, so you can track the aircraft every 10 minutes where it is. And also over oceanic. The surveillance of the aircraft, traditionally you use radar, and it's very common that we use this in civil secondary surveillance radar, that the radar use transponder on the aircraft, and every time the radar sweep and detect the aircraft will send the information to the air traffic controllers that, yes, I'm here, I'm this type of aircraft, in airline, whatever airline, flying on this heading at this particular speed, and how high I'm flying. Okay. Now you're using a satellite communication system, ADSB, which give a very more accurate tracking of the aircraft, and the aircraft will communicate where they are to the satellite beam down straight to the ground station, and to tell where the aircraft is.
So unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for tonight, and I would like to say thank you so much, Datuk Sri, for coming to the studio and enlightening us on some updates and further actions that can be taken through the authorities with regards to MH370. So I'd like to thank once again Datuk Sri Azharuddin for your insights, and to wrap up tonight's Malaysia tonight as well. And together with my colleague Zahi Samsudin, I would like to say thank you very much for joining us. And from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Salam Malaysia Madani.